prepare to race onto the field. Everything is riding on this football game. So there's a special intensity, a special urgency. Here come the Volunteers. Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
You know, I'm not going to tell you what we have done. We're just going to go out there and we're going to continue to show you. We've made leaps and bounds since the spring, and we're going to continue to take leaps and bounds. So that's a goal of ours, and, you know, we're dead set on proving that. Forget talking about it.
Welcome to the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley, and today we're going to talk a little bit about recruiting. I wanted to kind of give a brief update, and then I saw a really good article over at RockyTopInsider.com. We'll take a look at that, see what Ryan Shumpert has to say. But before we do that, as always, guys, do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. If you will so kindly press that thumbs up. It helps the analytics. It helps drive the channel. We want more Tennessee fans just like you and I in here hanging out, talking a little Vol football. Also, if you are new to this channel, welcome on in. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. We're just three dudes that love Tennessee athletics. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are just like you, the fans. We keep it real. We give our honest opinions, and we love to hear back from you. So if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop new content. Let's go ahead and jump right into the article. Again, this is over at RockyTopInsider.com, an article by Ryan Shumpert. I love Ryan Shumpert, does good work, does really good job covering baseball too, if you're a fan of the Tennessee baseball team. But let's look at the article here. It says, no surprise what position Tennessee's top commitments are. So let's go through and look at the article. It says it's been rocky at best for Josh Heupel and his coaching staff on the recruiting trail. The VAWLS class ranks just 27th nationally and 9th in the SEC. It ranks 12th in the SEC by average player rank. It goes on to say, talking about the best in-state recruiting class, or the best in-state class in Tennessee history, the VAWLS have earned just one commit from the top 20 players and will likely top out at 2 if things go Tennessee's way. Of course, Josh Heupel isn't to blame for all that. He's been on the job for just under 7 months, and he's recruiting for a program with very little momentum that also has the dark cloud of the NCAA over its head. Let's talk about that, because that's, you know, when we talk about recruiting, you have to look at that. You have to look at the NCAA investigation. And, you know, a lot of you that are regulars on this channel, you've been following the Fall of the VAWLS series. We got a new one coming out tomorrow. It's going to be the Jeremy Pruitt era. We recorded it last night, and we were kind of talking about the NCAA investigation, and was it worth it? Was it worth it to fire Jeremy Pruitt and try to avoid a buyout? Because that's what it came down to. If Jeremy Pruitt was winning, our discussion led us to believe that there is no way the NCAA investigation would have ever started. There would have been no internal leak. None of that would have happened. Jeremy Pruitt, Philip Fulmer would be coming back for 2021, and this program nobody would be excited. Nobody. There is a sense of excitement in Knoxville right now around Josh Heupel and his potential as a head coach at the University of Tennessee. Was it worth it? Was it worth it to leak that internal information, lead to this investigation, hanging over the head of Josh Heupel? It's impacting his ability to recruit. Whether you want to admit that or not, it is just fact. Every school is going to use that as a negative recruitment tool against Tennessee. It's very obvious, very clear. Article goes on to say there have been some positives for Heupel too. The biggest comes with the commitment of 4-star quarterback Taven Jackson. And I hope Taven Jackson goes down as a Tennessee legend. He's not even stepped foot on campus yet, but what he has done on the recruiting trail, so many guys that are coming into this class of 22, you hear him say, who's the first person you talk to? Taven Jackson. Taven Jackson is working the recruiting trail for Tennessee and Josh Heupel. Says blue chip quarterbacks with Tennessee ties, and Ty Simpson and Sam Horn both committed to other schools within a month of Heupel taking the job. That's, again, when you look at what Josh Heupel has done, when you look at his body of work on the recruiting trail so far for Tennessee, it's hard to fault him for Ty Simpson and Sam Horn. I give him credit. I give him credit for really, really working Ty Simpson. Maybe he never really got close, but you cannot say he was lazy or didn't put forth that effort. Says after losing Simpson and Horn, Heupel was able to pick up a commitment from the nation's 288th best player and 21st best quarterback. Offensive football is all about the quarterback position in 2021, particularly true in Heupel's system. It goes on to say the quickest way for Tennessee to get back to winning 7 to 9 games a year is with good quarterback play. What's been lacking? What has been lacking in Knoxville for the last several years? I feel like Tennessee was a competent quarterback away from having success under Jeremy Pruitt. Says with the addition of transfer Joe Milton and the commitment of Jackson gives Heupel solid building blocks at the sport's most important position in the short and long term. For reference, Butch Jones has been Tennessee's most successful head coach since Philip Fulmer. Again, something we addressed in the fall of the VAWLS. Butch was close. Goes on to say, yes, very low bar, but he won one SEC game with someone other than Josh Dobbs playing quarterback. Again, part of that series. How much did Josh Dobbs save Butch Jones during his career? Says there's other top commits. Addison Nichols is a fringe top 100 recruit, and the offensive tackle is the highest rated commit of the Heupel era. Talked a lot about that, how important his commitment was. But it says Tennessee only has 5 commits that are 4 stars on any of the sites. 4 of them are on the offensive side of the ball. And that's what this video is about, as we're almost halfway through it. Recruiting on the defensive side of the ball. Josh Heupel has 1 quarterback, 1 receiver, 1 offensive lineman, and 1 tight end. In fact, 7 of Tennessee's top 8 commits come from the offensive side of the ball, with 4 being pass catchers and arguably the group's leader being a quarterback. Heupel is best known for developing quarterbacks and receivers. And the thing is, yes, they're going to have to be able to recruit on the defensive side of the ball. And I've got some names I want to go through here, potential targets that Tennessee could be after that could help improve that side of the ball. But what have we said? If Tennessee can come out, win 6 games this year, be exciting. Look at Ole Miss. Look at Lane Kiffin. Everybody was talking about them last year. If Josh Heupel can do the same, you're only going to see better quarterbacks, better wide receivers, better running backs, tight ends. You are going to see a lot of kids want to come to Knoxville if Josh Heupel can provide a fun and exciting offense this fall. But you've got to be able to recruit on the defensive side of the ball as well. When you go down here, it says another great opportunity for Tennessee's program to pick up momentum is to land top 5 recruit Walter Nolan. Yeah, if you look at ESPN, he's the top recruit, the top guy in the country. Rodney Garner, do your thing. I've made multiple videos about Walter Nolan. You guys know my opinion. I think Tennessee has a chance there. I think they have a shot to get Walter Nolan, and that's a way you create some momentum for your defensive recruiting. But there are some other guys that I want to kind of look at here that Tennessee is in the mix for as far as on the defensive side of the ball. One is Joshua Josephs. He's a 3-star defensive end out of Kennesaw, Georgia. He had a visit scheduled in September, plans to commit in October. It sounds like it's coming down to Michigan, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Another 3-star defensive end, James Pierce, out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And he was supposed to be on campus actually a couple of weeks ago, did not make it in, hoping they can get him back on campus in September. But another name that a lot of you guys ask me about, and that's the kid Jeremiah Caldwell, 4-star. He's a 4-star athlete, plays corner and wide receiver both, but Tennessee more than likely be going after him to play corner from Belleville, Michigan. Recently decommitted from Kentucky. And, he had been committed since back in January, but he was recruited by a former assistant who is now at Michigan. So you could kind of see, a lot of people, a lot of buzz talking about a possible decommitment. Now he is decommitted and Tennessee is moving in. This kid looks good on tape. He's fast, explosive. Like I said, he's an athlete. He plays both sides of the ball. He's electric. So we'll see how it plays out with Tennessee. Sounds like Michigan State is in the mix as well. But if Tennessee can get Jeremiah Caldwell, again, that's a 4-star defensive back. Walter Nolan, huge, would be absolutely gigantic. So Tennessee is in the mix for some defensive players. We still got a long way to go. We still have a long way to go. A lot of people, it's a wait and see approach. Not only recruits, but fans as well. We're waiting to see what Josh Heupel can do. Some of you laugh talking about me being optimistic. Yeah, I'm optimistic. I said in the comments, just recently somebody said I was pretty optimistic. I'm optimistic until somebody gives me a reason not to be. I choose to support Josh Heupel. And I may get on here and I may sound fired up, and I may, you guys may, oh yeah, let's go, Boogie, let's go. Big time season coming up. I still keep it real. My prediction is 6-6. Put it on paper. My prediction is 6-6. Some people like to put words in my mouth. No, my prediction is 6-6. Could Tennessee go out and win 3 games? Sure. Could they go out and win 9 games? Absolutely. My prediction stays the same. It's 6-6. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about Josh Heupel and his ability to recruit. Obviously, it's offensive heavy, and that's what the article was all about. Is he going to be able to recruit on the defensive side of the ball? Well, it helps. It helps to have Rodney Garner on your side, especially when you're going after a guy like Walter Nolan. So we'll see how it plays out. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Also, you can help out the channel. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network at bonfire.com/store/talkinvols. I know I keep saying it, but these Egghead cartoon shirts are going away sooner rather than later, maybe within probably this week. We will probably make some changes to the store this week as we get geared up. Going live Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, changing the negativity of the fall of the VAWLS to a little positive spin, talking about the rise of the VAWLS and what Josh Heupel has to do. So I hope you will join us Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time as we go live, and then it's go time. We will be going live every single Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time from now until the end of football season, and also Saturdays immediately following the game. So make sure you're subscribed. If you haven't done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. That's going to wrap it up for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
The VAWLS House.